Yes, sir. Peace. Lord bless. Here for another day. Um, you know, trying to make it happen. Trying to make it happen. Um, trying to bring some more scriptures and more light to the scriptures and to the topics. Subscribe to my channel. If you can, tell people about it. If you like it, if you like the topics that I bring forth, comment. Comment on the topics. Comment on the topics and so forth like that. Just trying to get this color. As best as I can. So, another day. You know the term, another day, another dollar. Well, I want to thank the Lord for giving me another day to rise and shine, man. Another day to rise and shine. I had a good day today at the gym. Trained a lot of people. And tonight is spiritual sparring. Tonight I want to talk about the woman in the Bible. Or woman or women in the Bible. Their place, their purpose, their role, what they do. How men fall for them. And I want the Bible to talk to you and show you what a woman's role is according to the Lord, what she's supposed to do, or what she has done, and what they're not doing now. How they have been lied to, been twisted up because of religions. And because of this European culture. This European culture has twisted up, American society. It has twisted up a lot of our sisters' lives that we supposedly, quote unquote, deal with. It's twisted up a lot of our sisters' lives. So I want to go, to the Bible, and Apocrypha. So let's go to the Bible. Let's go see in Genesis. Let's go see their purpose. Let's go see their purpose that they were created for. In Genesis, the first chapter, let's see when women were created. Let's see when women were created in Genesis, the first chapter. Okay. In Genesis, the first chapter, when the Lord was creating, right, in the sixth day, the Lord said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, the beasts of the earth, and after his kind, and it was so, right? And the Lord made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and the Lord saw that it was good. And the Lord said, let us make man in our image. See that? So man is created in the image of the Lord. He's not created in the image of demons. After our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. See, that's a law. The Lord just gave a law. He gave a law that was a purpose that we were created for, to have dominion. Okay? Over everything. That's what we were created for. And so the Lord created man in his own image. In the image of the Lord created he him. Listen to this well. Male and female created he them. In the sixth day, male and female, the Lord created women. Okay? So women were not created separately like you've been lied to about Adam and Eve. That's not the way that the Lord did it. Okay? Now he's going to tell you their purpose. He's going to tell you their purpose. Male and female created he them. And the Lord blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. So right there, that cancels out Adam and Steve, Patsy and this one, Becky and this one. You understand what I'm saying? It cancels out homosexuality, it cancels out lesbianism, it cancels out LGBT, it cancels out all that madness. Let's look at that again. Let's look at why the woman was created. And the Lord created man in his own image, in the image of the Lord created he him. Male and female created he them. And blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. So what was the purpose that the woman was created for? She was going to be the earth, to have sex, that the man put the seed in. The man put the seed in, okay, so that he can multiply his seed and subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. See that? So we came from the earth. We came from the earth. This is why we have that natural brown complexion. That's why we have that natural brown complexion. We came from the earth. Let's go further on. Now, that's one zone. When you go to the procreative process, right? When you go to the procreative process, let's look at the rules and regulations that the Lord laid down. Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Now, let's go to Genesis, the 2nd chapter. A special woman was created for Adam. Adam was the king, a special woman. So a lot of people misunderstand this verse right here. And out of the ground, Genesis, the 2nd chapter and the 19th verse. So out of the ground the Lord formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all cattle and to the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. A helpmeet means someone that is your purpose. The purpose of the woman was someone to help Adam. Everybody else had things, but there was nobody to help me. So the Lord is like, okay, well, you know, this guy Adam, he doesn't have a helpmeet. Let's hook him up. And the Lord caused a great sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. So this is the misunderstanding coming up right here. They think that the Lord put Adam to sleep. Right? And he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord power had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. But hold on. Women were already created. Women were already created in the 6th day. So obviously this is not what it is. Adam was in the 7th day. Okay? Adam was a special man that was the Son of God that the Lord took and said, I'm going to make you a king, but you're going to need a special woman. And the rib which the Lord had taken from man, he made a woman and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. Okay? Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh. That's what we were supposed to do with our women. We were supposed to have one flesh. You know, you ain't supposed to be sleeping with your woman here and then the next man is sleeping with her there because you done gave up. We done gave up. Y'all done broke apart. We done broke apart. We supposed to be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. Okay? So this is where we were supposed to be at. But now when the breakdown process came in, let's look at the purpose now. Let's look at the purpose. Genesis, the 3rd chapter, and the 16th verse. He says, unto the woman, the Lord said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow because of what you did, and your conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. See that? Your desire shall be to your husband, and he's supposed to rule over you. That's what you're supposed to be doing. He's supposed to rule over you. Okay? So now, this sister, her name was Eve because she was the mother of all living. She was the mother of all living. Okay? So, when you go, this wonderful sister at that point, when you go to Genesis, the 3rd chapter, and the 20th verse, it says, and Adam called his wife named Eve because she was the mother of all living. So you probably say, well, how can she be the mother of all living if people were already alive? Because when the flood came, her generation coming through Noah into Shem, Ham, and Japheth survived. Her lineage, the royal lineage coming through Shem, Ham, and Japheth survived. That came from her. So whoever made it to this side after the flood, she's the mother of all of us. This woman is the mother of all of us. That's why she's the mother of all living. Okay? That's why she's the mother of all living. So that's the explanation for that. She's the mother of all living. Because everybody before the flood was wiped out. All the family lines before the flood was wiped out. So her family line made it through the flood and made it to this side. Shem, Ham, and Japheth came from Eve's line. So in today's time, she's the mother of all living. So biblically, the world of man and woman did not start from one person, Adam and Eve. That is a lie. That is a religious doctrinal lie. Why? Let's go back again. Genesis, the 1st chapter, it clearly tells you, and so the Lord created man in his own image. In the image of the Lord created he him. Male and female created he them. See that? Male and female created he them. And the Lord blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. Let's go to Genesis, the 5th chapter, and the 1st verse. Let's see what that says, so we can get a little better understanding. Genesis, the 5th chapter, and the 1st verse. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day the Lord created man. In the likeness of the Lord made he him. Listen to this well. Male and female created he them, and named their name Adam. See that? So it wasn't one person alone that was called Adam. No, male and female. More than one man was created and more than one woman was created. And the Lord named everybody Adam because it means taken from the earth. It means taken from the earth. So now the Lord in Genesis, the 4th chapter, lays down the law, or Genesis, the 3rd chapter, lays down the law of one of her purposes that she was created for. Unto the woman, he says, I will greatly multiply your sorrow because of what you did. And this prophecy, destiny, curse enveloped all women. It enveloped all women. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So in different cultures, men rule over their wives. In the Western civilization culture, it doesn't happen that way. Because in the Western civilization culture, they say that a man is equal to a woman. But is that biblically correct? Is that biblically true? Is that biblically correct? Is that biblically true? Well, obviously right here it's not. And thy desire, a woman is supposed to bow down. That's what he said. And your desire, all a woman is supposed to see is her husband. She's supposed to desire her husband. Think about it. Well, what does my husband want? So it shows you that a separation has happened from the Bible and the teachings of the Bible and the people that say that they follow the Bible and believe in the Word of God. Let's go up in the New Testament and see if biblically this verse has changed as to the purpose of a woman. And it shows you because there is a new thing now out in the horizon called a woman's Bible. Okay, called a woman's Bible. Let's get the book of 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter. Let's see if the concept has changed that a woman is equal to a man. So what are we dealing with? Tonight's class, once again, is the dealing of the purpose of a woman, the purpose of a woman in the Bible. So we started with scriptures. Now we in 1 Corinthians 11th chapter, right? And we're going to break down some of the purposes, what they have done, and so forth like that. And you look and see if you as a woman, match these points. You look and see. Do you match these points? Do you hold to these points? You say you believe in the Bible. You say you believe in God. Or do you pick and choose what you want to pick and choose in the Bible? This is 1 Corinthians 11th chapter, showing you that the Old Testament and the New Testament, it doesn't change much as far as certain things. Let's look at this law. A woman is not equal to a man in God's eyes. She was not created to be above a man. She was not created to be above a man. She wasn't created to dominate and control a man. That's not what she was created for. But maybe I'm just talking. Let's see. 1 Corinthians 11th chapter and the first verse. Be followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. This is Paul talking. Paul is of the tribe of Benjamin, of the nation of Israel. He's a so-called black man. Probably would be me. I'm of the tribe of Benjamin. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances, which is laws, that as I have delivered them to you. But I would have you know the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. Bang, game over. Game over. The head of the woman is the man. Game over. Game over. That goes right back to Genesis. That's game over. So right there, that cancels out Kamala Harris being in charge. That right there, that cancels out Kamala Harris being in charge. The head of the woman is the man. The man's supposed to tell his wife what to do. He says, and the head of Christ is the Father. See, so there is order. There is order. There is order. Every man praying and prophesying, having his head covered, dishonored his head. But every woman that pray or prophesy with her head uncovered, dishonored her head, for it's even as if she was shaven. So he's saying that you're not supposed to have a shaven head as a woman. You're not supposed to be bald head. Okay, you're breaking it down. Paul breaking it down. But do you listen to the Bible? Do you listen to the Bible? Do you care? Or are you in your own emotional zone? Well, that's just a book that's written. I believe in God. I'm just spiritual. That's what a lot of... When things don't match what a woman feel or how they feel in the Bible. Now, I'm not saying every woman. I'm not God. I'm saying the majority of women that I've dealt with concerning these scriptures, they flip out. When things don't fit how they want it to fit with these words, and this is English comprehension. But every woman that prayeth or prophesied with her head uncovered, so that's why you see in certain churches, the old women, they have like a white piece on top of their head and so forth, handkerchief or whatever, right? So they are trying to match this verse. It's as if she was shaven. For if the woman be not covered, let her be shorn. And if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. See, so he's letting you know it's a shame for you to be shorn, bald-headed, or your head to be shaven down all the way. You're supposed to have your hair. You're supposed to have your hair. So why is it that you don't have your hair? Because a lot of sisters were cursed by the Lord. A lot of sisters were cursed. That's why they now got to take all that fake European hair. That's why they got to take that fake European hair. You know, to try to look good, and then wigs and all these different things and so forth like that. They were cursed. And that's in the scriptures. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, insomuch as he, listen to this well, insomuch that he is the image and glory of the Lord, but the woman is the glory of the man. So when a woman is in her right zone as a proper sister, she brings the man glory. She brings the man glory. See that? That's the way you should walk. So if a woman knows her place, yeah, that's the key word. Knowing her place, understanding her order in the Lord's order. See that? Understanding her order, if she's willing to bow to the word of the Lord. Are you willing to bow to the word of the Lord? See, a lot of, and I'm telling you, I deal with a lot of this stuff all the time. Because the black woman here in this country has been given freedom by the so-called white man to think how she think and how she want. And she has money and she has a job and so forth like that. The family structure of a man, woman, and wife and children has been broken apart. So now she says, I don't need you. I don't need you anymore. I don't need a man anymore. I can get me a stud. I don't need a man anymore. I can go have children, get impregnated, and, the father can go on about his business. I'll take care of the child myself. And that's what they do. The majority of them, that's what they do. But look what the Bible is saying. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 11, chapter 7, verse 4, indeed a man ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of the Lord. But the woman is the glory of the man. So when you got yourself a good woman that is following the orders of the Lord, she brings you glory. Because she's not in her own order. She in the order of the spiritual conversation dealing with the Father. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man, because man created men and women when you sleep with a woman. Two women can sleep together and never ever will they create anything. But the man is not of the woman, but the woman comes from the seed of the man. When a man lays with a woman, he can create man and woman, boy and girl. 9th verse, check this out. Neither was the man created for the woman. So you ain't subject to her. You ain't subject to her. But this that negative vibration that we exist in, this wicked vibration of the devil, where you bowing down. But the woman for the man. So the woman was created for the man. The woman was created for the man. There it is, 1 Corinthians 11 chapter. So what else is her purpose? How is she supposed to act? She's supposed to know that we are the Lord. She's supposed to know and understand, but that vibration is broken. She's supposed to know that we are the Lord's. She's supposed to know how to act. But that vibration is broken. Let's further look at that. Is she supposed to be an authority? Is she supposed to be above us? Let's further look at that. Is she supposed to be an authority? Is she supposed to be above us, telling us what to do? Let's look at the purpose. Once again, let's look at the purpose of a woman in the Bible. Let's look at some of the purposes. Let's go into the book of 2 Corinthians. Right? 2 Corinthians. So when you go into 2 Corinthians, Paul tells you that she was beguiled. She was beguiled because the serpent used her. Okay, the serpent used her. 2 Corinthians 11 chapter and the 3rd verse. It says, but I fear lest by any means as the serpent beguiled Eve through subtlety, through his subtlety. So if this is your woman, you got to know. You got to know and you got to be in control, man. And they're going to fight. They don't want that. They don't want that. I'm going to bring all this out. They don't want that. All right? Let's go. Let's go up into Galatians. The serpent beguiled her. Okay, here we go. This is not going to be too good. Purpose of the woman. First Timothy, purpose of the woman. 1 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, and I'm going to pick it up in the 9th verse. He says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety. You know what shamefacedness means? You keep your head down. You keep your head down because you shamefaced. You're not on the same level as a man. Look up what it means, shamefacedness. So when you come to somebody that is greater than you in the ancient days, you bow down. My Lord, when you came to the queens of kingdoms, you didn't stand equal. So a woman is not equal. We already read that in the Bible, that the Lord didn't make a woman equal to a man. So Paul is breaking it down. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, not dressing like a hooker, okay? With shamefacedness. Look that word up, shamefacedness, because your face got to act like you ashamed. So you got to keep your eyes down. And sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, right? So you up now, you proud of yourself. No, that's not what he's talking about. But that which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence. Let the woman learn in silence. Listen to what Paul breaking down. He says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. So the purpose of a woman, according to the Bible now in the New Testament, which women always run to 24/7, right? They say, well, that's the Old Testament. That's the Old Testament. I don't want to hear the Old Testament. That's the old God. We want the New Testament and the new God. Well, it seems the same thing to me. He says, but that which let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Wait a minute. Let's go into the Apocrypha now and see if it's not saying the same thing. In Ecclesiasticus, in the Apocrypha, the 26th chapter and the 14th verse, listen to this well. The purpose of a woman, a silent and loving woman, is a gift of the Lord. So you're going to get mad at me. You're going to get mad at me that I'm reading something in clear English that you say that you believe in God and the word of God. See how you don't? Because it is in conflict with how you are. It is in conflict. These words are in conflict. But are you truly trying to free yourself, to bring yourself to the Savior? Or are you, in your mind, seeing yourself as a Lord? Well, nobody can tell me how to think. A silent and loving woman. See, he said silent, meaning know when to speak. When to speak, not running your mouth all the time, knowing when to speak. Knowing how to be in order. Is a gift of the Lord. See, it's a gift. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind, a woman's mind, so well instructed. What was our job? Our job was to instruct the woman. Now teach her. Teach her. So yes, brothers are going to make mistakes. But it's still our job. It's still our job. It's still our job to teach, man. Every day I'm out here teaching. Every day I'm out here teaching, man. Every day I'm trying to, listen, you should do this way. Every day. Every day. Listen to this well, the 15th verse. A shamefaced. You know what shamefaced means? Go back to the 10 Commandments. Go back to the 10 Commandments. When the general came to Yul Brynner, who was the Pharaoh, he didn't come to the Yul Brynner and stand up proud. He was shamefaced. He said, my Lord, the Hebrews have left. He was not on the level as the Pharaoh. Even though he was the general, he was not on the level. So he bowed his head. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. What is the purpose of a woman? Besides to bring forth children, she is not supposed to rule over a man. Let's go back into Timothy. So we went into Timothy, and then we went into the Apocrypha. Then I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back into the Old Testament, and I'm going to show you things in the Old Testament. 2 Timothy, the 1 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, and the 12th verse. And I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Bang. There ain't no woman gonna believe that. They skip over that. In their churches, they skip over it. Let's play leapfrog. Let's jump over these verses. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. But check this out. Notwithstanding, you shall be saved. How? In childbearing. What is your purpose you're going into the kingdom for? In childbearing. What do you think? You're going in the kingdom to run the kingdom? No, you're not. You're going in the kingdom and you're going to bear children. And you know what? You're going to be one of the many wives, whether you like it or not. Let's go to Isaiah, the 4th chapter. A man is going to have more than one wife, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Isaiah, the 4th chapter. And in that day, Isaiah, the 4th chapter, and the 1st verse, 7 women shall take hold of one man. 7, and it's going to be more. Saying, we shall eat our own bread. Now, there's a fallacy out here. There's a major fallacy out here with this more than a man can have more than one wife thing. A lot of women say, yeah, well, you know, these Americanized, you hear them say, well, I'll let you have another wife, but you got to be able to pay for her and pay for me. Is that what's in the Bible? No, it's not. That's not what's in the Bible. Why? Let's read it. In that day, future prophecy, 7 women, more than one. So it's showing you that a man can have more than one wife and ain't nothing you can say about it. Shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. See that? They're going to go to work. We're going to eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. So no, you're not going to have 20 women and you're going to be out in the field dropping dead working for them. No, they're going to get up and work. They're going to get up and work and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. You know what the reproach is? Childbearing. They couldn't bear children. So they had to go to a man. Just like right now, you got a bunch of women running around this whole world. And because the culture of this world says, well, a man is not supposed to have more than one wife. Where'd you get that from? Where is that biblical? Where is that biblical? That is just your selfish pride that you slept around and he slept around. And now you decide that you like this guy. Now you at 30, you want to settle down from your playing around, your creeping around days. So now you want to chill. So he can't creep no more because you got him to take away our reproach. So what is our reproach? Let's go back. 1 Timothy, the 2nd chapter and the 15th verse. Notwithstanding, you women, shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So the Lord is making it clear You're not coming in the kingdom to run your mouth. You're not coming in the kingdom to smoke weed and smoke lie and all that garbage that you do. No, that's not what's going down. You're going to be a holy woman. You're going to be a holy woman. You're going to watch your tongue. You're going to be a beautiful sister. You're going to change. You understand? That's what's going to go down. So there it is. First Timothy, the 2nd chapter of many different verses, breaking down the purpose of a woman. The purpose of a woman. Let's go furthermore and see the purpose of a woman. There's many different verses I can go to. Let's look at sexually. A lot of women, you know, they don't understand the zones of a man. They don't understand the zones of a man. But let me go to Proverbs. Listen to this well. Proverbs is the 5th chapter. And this is written in the Bible. Sex is written in the Bible. Proverbs the 5th chapter and the 15th verse. He says, drink water out of thine own cistern. So, meaning this is yours, your people. Get it from your people. Shop among your people. That's your own cistern. Okay? That's why the Chinese, they come back to Chinatown and they shop in Chinatown. That's why the so-called Jews come back to Jewland or wherever and they shop amongst their own people, their own stores. Even though they control other areas, they come back to their own people. So drink waters out of thine own cistern and running waters out of thine own well. So really he's talking about your own people. He says, let thy fountains be dispersed abroad and rivers of water in the streets. Let them be thine only and not strangers with thee. Let thy fountain be blessed and rejoice with the wife of your youth. What is the wife of your youth? Well, I can't even tell you about the wife of my youth. I can't even tell you about the wife of my youth because I don't know where the hell she at. It's been so long. Whatever happened back then, because what makes a wife? Sex. What makes a wife? Sex. How do we know that? What makes a wife? Sex. How do we know that? Let's go back to Genesis, the 4th chapter. And Adam knew his wife. Wait, he didn't go to church. He didn't get a priest. He didn't get a ring. He didn't get a contract. Adam knew his wife. Knowing your wife is sex. And she conceived and bare Cain and said, I've gotten a man from the Lord. Bang. So when it says, rejoice with the wife of your youth, that's why I said I can't even tell you about the wife of my youth. I can't even remember who was my first and who I slept with or how that process happened. I can't even tell you that. He says, let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. So he's showing you the daintiness and the sweetness and the femininity of the woman that's supposed to be your wife, your maiden, your virgin that you're supposed to deal with. She's supposed to be like a deer. That's why he said a loving hind and a pleasant roe. Those are little baby deers. You see how soft and how tender they are. Look up a little baby deer. That's what's called a hind and a roe. A little baby deer. Let her breast, listen to this well. I love this verse, man. I show women this verse and they lose their minds. This is sex. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times. What does it mean, let her breast? What do you do with a woman's breast? I used to love getting my hair braided. Back in the 70s, I used to have long hair. My braids used to come all the way down here. And I used to love getting my hair braided because I just lay back in her arms. You know, the different young girls and stuff that used to braid my hair back then, you know. I used to have an afro like the Jacksons. Man. I pick it out. Bow. My braids come down. I used to love my braids, man. But you just lay back. Let her breast. You laying on them pillows, man. You laying on them pillows. Let her breast when you come home and you tired. You laying on your woman's breast, man. Yo, come here, baby. Let me lay on you. Let her breast. This is the Lord talking. What is the purpose of a woman? Let her breast satisfy you at all times, man. What's the problem? What's the problem? And be thou ravished always with her love, man. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, embrace the bosom of a stranger? So now we move outside our own people and we go and love other people and have interracial marriages. That's why he said a strange woman. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman and embrace the bosom of a stranger? Because these other nations are strangers to us, man. These other women are strangers to us. We're not supposed to be dealing with them. Let's go on, man. Let's go on more into purposes of a woman, man. Let's see how a woman should act when she getting ready to lay with a man. Should she just run in and sleep with you? That she met you? Let's go into the book of Ruth, man. Let's go into the book of Ruth. Should a woman just run in and sleep with you? Let's see how this woman became married. Did she just have a one-night stand? Is that how it went down? No, it didn't. No, it did not. Ruth, the 3rd chapter. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest with thee, that it may be well with thee? But now is it not Boaz of our kindred, with whom maiden thou was? Behold, he winnoweth barley tonight in the threshing floor. Check this out. A lot of you sisters, you say you believe in the Bible or whatever. Are you really checking these stories, man? Or you just Georgian? You know what Georgian means? Georgian is a Jamaican term that you just bullshit. That's what it is. She said, wash thyself and anoint thee and put thy raiment upon thee and get thee down to the floor. Yo, let me tell you something, man. I be around a lot of women, man, and they smell. Their breath smell from weed, whatever they've been drinking. I slept with a lot of women and they smell. Letting you know the truth. They smell. You know what I'm saying? They don't clean themselves properly. Look what she said. She said, wash thyself therefore and anoint thee. Put on oils and put thy garment, thy raiment upon thee and get thee down to the floor. But make not thyself known unto the man until he had done eating and drinking. So she didn't say, well, just jump on him and start slaying him. No, she said, and it shall be, when he lie down, thou shalt mark the place where he shall lie, and thou shalt go in and uncover his feet. Listen to this well, showing you that a woman is not equal to a man, man. You shall uncover his feet and lay thee down, and he will tell thee what thou shalt do. He didn't say, well, get up, throw the cover back, and get on him, and do what you do. No, that's not what he did. It's not what he did. That's not what his mother-in-law told her. See, you got to know the scriptures, man. If you say that you believe in God and you believe in this book, you got to read this book, man. Now, before I continue this story, don't get it twisted in your head, because I know whoever looking at this story get it twisted in their head. I'm just picking on the woman. No. I just haven't done women's scriptures in a long time. In the Bible, there is something called balance. There's something called balance. There's an equal balance. So I get on men and I get on women. Now today is a get on women day. He says, and thou sayest unto me, will do. And she went down onto the floor and did according to all that her mother-in-law bade her. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of the corn, and she came softly and uncovered his feet and laid her down. She went at his feet, man, in honor and in humility. She wanted to get married to this man. She knew that she had to bow down. What woman bows today? Men bow down and get a ring and say, honey, can I marry you? That's madness, man. That ain't what the Bible is talking about. And it came to pass at midnight that the man was afraid and turned himself, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. Check that out. A woman lay at his feet. And he said, who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thine handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman. You know what it means to spread his skirt? His covering of his leadership of his family house, when he took her, was going to cover her. That's like a skirt. You now belong to me. You're under my coverage. That's why in the old days, the woman took the man's name, because the man covered her. See that? So women don't do this anymore. Women don't do this anymore. And there's a whole lot of verses, man. We have to see and understand and bow ourselves in our spirit and get past our emotion and get to the understanding. That's why the Christ said, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. No verse did I come up with. Also, here's Ruth, the 4th chapter and the 13th verse. Show you that sex is marriage, right? So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. See that? They didn't go to a priest. They didn't go to City Hall. They didn't go justice of the priest. And when he went in unto her, the Lord gave her conception. See, this is the madness that irritates me sometimes, that people are always talking about the Bible, but the Bible is clear. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. Bang, that's it, game over. And when he went in unto her, sex, the Lord gave her conception, and she bare a son. That's the game, baby. So y'all lying to yourself. So y'all out there sleeping around, just like I did. But I'm telling you now, sex is marriage. And a woman was created for that. And a man can have more than one wife and will have more than one wife in the upcoming kingdom. And there's nothing that a woman, how she feel, can do about it. The book is already done. Peace.